Hey everyone, this is Keith, and we're here to learn more about RPG in a box. If you haven't heard about RPG in a box, it's a game making application kind of designed to make RPGs. It uses voxels uh, for any kind of the art assets, but other than that, it has all the standard things you might find in a game making application. Today, going to be looking at the combat editor of RPG in a box. This is an area where you can define uh, battles, random encounters, all that good stuff. So I'm going to go through each of those sections and how to put them into your game world. So first up, I'm just going to go ahead and spin up a brand new game. Make sure I pick the bare bones project. We're going to browse to here. We're going to select that. It's going to be called combat sample. You can call it whatever you want. Okay, so I'm already in the combat editor, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to, if you haven't seen this before, the combat editor is just one of many tabs at the very top. And this is where you will define all the bits and pieces of that you can do for that's non-standard combat. You can put a character onto your map and define it as an enemy, and it'll just randomly, not randomly, but it will attack you. But here you can like really define combat events, I suppose. So let's go over all the bits and pieces. I'm gonna minimize all this. So there's 6 sections here. There's a general section, which kind of general. There's only like 3 options in here. Sound effects. You want some shake and flash, and then remove your defeated enemy if you defeated it. Next section is the battles. This is where you'll define any kind of battles, like of particular enemies. The enemy section is where you'll define all the enemies, and all the other sections will kind of stem off this section. So you only need to have enemies first before you can have battles. I think and the others need to have enemies or battles at the very least. The loot drops is what the enemy drops after you win. Random encounters. This is where you can define in a section of the world of here's a set of battles or enemies that you can battle at random times. Very a very common trope in RPGs. Then enemy spawns. This is just where enemies will just spawn at locations. So that's all the bits and pieces of here. But to have enemies, we need to have a model for the enemy. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm personally going to go to the asset library, but you can get your assets from anywhere. And I'm going to bring up the slime. I'm going to select these 2 slimes right here, and I'm just going to import this. And then I think I'm going to find a human type of character. That guy right there. Okay, so we got three enemies that we can have. So the first place that we need to define an enemy. And I'm going to open up this over here. All right, so we're gonna click this button right here now in the enemy section, and then we're just going to call it whatever. We're gonna focus on the red slime. So I'm gonna call it red slime. And then it's going to ask for the model, and we're going to select the red slime, any kind of experience points, and then any kind of possible loot drops. We haven't defined any loot drops right now, so we are not going to have anything at the moment. So let's go do that again for the purple slime and the Ultima Warrior. All right, so those are all defined now. So now we have some enemies defined. Oh, and a pro tip, essentially when you're working in RPG in a box, it is still kind of a newish application, and crashes might happen. It's a good idea to hit your save button as often as you can. Otherwise, you might lose some work. All right, so enemies are defined. The next place is what we want to do. The next thing that we want to do is create some battles. So from the battles section right here, I'm going to create a new battle, and we're just going to call this easy battle. All right, and now we have some more options. Something I haven't gone over, these little icons are here, and they're pretty much the same on everything. This icon you'll be able to rename, this you'll be able to duplicate, and this will be deleting. But here on the options within the battle system. So the first drop down is just the battle type, and there's two types that you have right now. There's a tactical turn-based, and there's a menu-driven turn-based. We're going to keep it on tactical for the time being. The next is which map do you want to do your tactical game on? Right now there's only one map. It's just the overworld, which is the base. Then the player spawn is like where will the player spawn on the map? And you can either have a random, or you can have the random tile anywhere within that map, or you can have a random tile within a particular group on that map. And then there's two sections you can define scripts on, when there's a victory or when there's a defeat. And then finally, on the section over here is the enemies in the battle. And then this is where we can drag some enemies over here. So I'm just going to, this is just an easy battle. So I'm going to bring the red slime over here and drag it, click and drag, pull it over here. And now, whenever I start with a easy battle, it will bring up one red slime. Now this also has some more details about the red slime. The count, it's either fixed or random range. So I can define this as put as many as you want of red slimes in this. And then the spawn location, which is just like the player spawn. So we're going to keep this as easy battle, or as easy as possible. It's going to be one red slime. Now you may be asking, how do I define the hit points, and how do I define the characteristics of the red slime? You would have to actually go into the model of the red slime as defined in the enemies down here. So I'm just going to double click on the red slime. This will bring up the voxel editor. And we're going to come over here to the model properties. And if you scroll down here, there is some basic properties on the model, which includes health, attack, defense, and movement. So this is how you define a red slime. Now, if you want a more powerful red slime, like say like a boss red slime, you would pretty much, in fact, let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and duplicate. So if you right click on your model here and select duplicate, so I'm going to call this red slime boss. Boom. Okay. So we're going to open red slime boss. So I'm going to increase the health to like 15, not 156, 15. attack of like, 10, sure, defense of 4. Maybe he's a little bit faster because, bosses. So yeah, so that's how you would adjust those. I guess I'd have to, make the boss look a little bit different, I suppose. So maybe I can make this little make it a crown or something like that, like this. Make it yellow on top. Sure, that looks good. All right, just to show that the right slime boss is different from the right slime. Hmm. Okay, so we have a boss. We got the boss going on here. Right. Okay, so let's go back to our combat editor. That means we need to add a new enemy. This is going to be the boss, slime, red slime boss. Yoink. Red slime bossy. Okay. Hit that save button. Okay. All right, so we have some enemies and we have a single battle. Now you may ask, okay, I have a battle. How do I get to it? This is where we go to our map. So we have the overworld map, which is just the base map available. And I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to bring up a chest. Bring in this guy. And that's an object. I'm just going to bring this chest on the game world. And I'm just going to have a interactive layer on this guy. Okay, so and what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this chest, and we're going to go to Entity Properties, and then down on the script section, there is a character interacts. So I'm going to do this. So now I'm going to bring up a character as well. So I'm going to bring up, I'm just going to put a red slime also on the map as well, just kind of show you both how it works. Because when you select, you get different properties versus a character object versus a character entity, excuse me, versus a object entity. So right now this red slime, the base red slime is selected. And you can have behaviors associated to that character. Whereas if you select this chest, there's no behaviors, and you have to go through jump through a few more hoops. So I'm just going to open up the custom right here. And when you open up the custom, you can define more actions on what what you do with this character. So when you, the player, which is whatever your player character does or represents on the game world, when you touch it, you have the option to do something. And start dialogue, start the battle, run a script, or do nothing. In this case, we want to start a battle, and we have a battle defined, and it's called easy battle. So that's pretty much all you need to do if you have a character in play. I'm just going to leave it as is right now. Okay, so let's go ahead, hit save, and we're going to go ahead. I need to do one more thing in the gameplay setup, actually in the user interface, just to make things a little bit faster to get into it. Okay. All right, hit quick. All right, so let's go ahead and show you what this combat looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this going. Come on. All right, there it goes. It was a little slow to show up. All right, so we got our little happy little red slime just hopping around here. I'm gonna walk over here and we're gonna click on hit little slime. Oh, wow. Battle map, no, does not exist. Well, errors happen. So let's go back to combat editor. Um, well, that's interesting. I've selected overworld. As a battle map. And all right, let's go ahead and spin up a brand new map real quick. Let's call this battle map. Battle map. And I was gonna make this like a little. Where's zero? Zero's right there. Just a little small area right there. All right. Save. All right, let's go back to combat editor and let's change that to battle map. And let's give that a go again. Quick play. Onwards. All right. You come back here. Ah, here we go. Okay, so this is the tactical map where this gives you places where you can move. So, I mean, this is based on the movement of the character model. If you remember, I updated the movement of the boss. I didn't, everything else is all base. I'm just going to click that and we're going to hit intern or hit T on intern. And we're going to come over here and we're going to attack. And he's going to attack me. I'm going to attack it. And it dies. And a win. Hey, huzzah. Okay, so that was the tactical turn base. So let's go ahead and create another. I'm going to rename this actually. I'm going to call this Easy Battle Tactical. Tactical. All right, let's go create. Oh, we're going to duplicate this. We're going to call this Easy Battle Turn. So make sure that's selected, and we're going to select the menu-driven turn base. Okay. So everything's going to be the same. It's going to be the same red slime, same monster count. We're not going to have any scripts or defeats on this. We're going to hit save. And we're going to do this a little bit different on the map. We're going to go to the overworld map, and this time we're going to select the chest, and we're going to go up to when the character interacts. We're going to just do a quick script here. We're going to bring up a script, and this is, I think it's start battle. It is start battle. Surprise! It's a battle. All right, and the battle name is I've forgotten. It's an easy battle turn, I think. When the player clicks on the chest, it will go into a turn-based combat instead. So let's go ahead and try that out. We need to save this map, and we're gonna hit play. All right, we're gonna click on the box. Surprise! It's a battle. All right, now you can see all the options. So you have attack, do nothing, or flee. In this view, you can't right now update anything on the background. This is unfortunately what it is at the moment. We're gonna hit attack, hit red slime. You missed me. We're gonna attack red slime. One more hit should do him in. Red slime, boom, dead. All right. So that's the third person view. Now we're gonna hit close. We're going to now I'm going to show you the first person view, because the first person, that mode is really more for first person view. And you can do that by going to there's two ways to do the first person view. You can have the camera, you can do the camera override per map, or you can go to the game configuration and go to the camera type, and you can adjust that. For this tutorial, we'll just stick to camera override for the time being. And let's go to first person, we're gonna hit save, and we're gonna hit play. And now we're gonna be in first person mode. Okay, and there's our chest. All right, I'm gonna click on that. Surprise, it's a battle. It's exactly the same thing, but now we're gonna get this view. It's gonna put the monster right in front of us. So we're going to do the same things. Boom, it's dead. Okay, so I'm going to put this back to standard. I haven't tried it on isometric. Let's try it on isometric to see what it does. Expect the same thing as the standard camera. Surprise, it's a battle. Yes, the camera angle is a little bit different, but isometric and standard does the same thing. Oops, none. Yeah, none. Okay, so yeah, so that's how to do the battles. Let's look at random encounters and enemy spawns. Something that you need to do for these two. Well, let's actually define. Let's define just random encounters for right now. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna call this random red slime or slime group. Random slime. And we're gonna put in. You need to have an event, which is the battles. I'm going to minimize that. So I'm just going to bring in the tactical right here. And this will give you, this is the percent, chance. Every time you move onto a tile, there's going to be a 10% chance of a combat happening. I'm going to move this up to like 80%, just so I don't have to walk around so much. And we're going to hit save. Now, the random encounters, nothing happens until you define where the random encounters happen on the map. So we're going to go on to the map editor right here. And what we need to do, you need to define a group on your map somewhere. And I'm going to define a group. And the way you define a group is you have your edit mode option selected. And I'm just going to select, I'm just right clicking and dragging. So I'm just going to select that area as a group for this tutorial. And we're going to right click, or you can hit G, but I'm going to right click, hit grouping, and G's are, or add to group is the option that you want to do. So you hit add to group, and we're going to call this random land for whatever, for good reasons. All right, so now we have a group defined. So we're going to go back to, we want to unselect our group. Now on our, down on the map properties, and you get to the map properties by selecting outside of the map anywhere. And so now by default, if you have a group defined, it will automatically have a group for you. So the random that now has your two options. So for random encounters and then enemy spawn, we have a random encounter created. So I'm going to go ahead and define random slime. And yeah, so I should go to hit play. We have an 80% chance of doing a combat in this area. Oh wow, it just kind of really spawned up. And immediately goes into a combat. Boom, done. And if I keep on moving around here, I should get pretty hosed all the time. Boom, dead. All right, so yeah, so that is random encounters. And then spawning is similar. So we can go ahead and define another group. I want to put it down in this order, down this over here. So let's go ahead and just make sure that's selected, and we're just gonna go do. And we're gonna hit G this time, and we're gonna call this spawn group. Spawn group, and we're gonna go back to here. And we're going to, in the enemy spawn area, we're going to, actually in the group, we need to select the group first. We're going to hit spawn group, and oh, we don't have any enemy spawns yet. So let's go back to combat editor. We're going to spin up a enemy spawn. So this is going to be, maybe we'll spawn a boss. Or, actually let's spawn the ultimate warrior. Let's see, ultimate warrior. Spawn. Okay. And we're just gonna grab an enemy, drag it over here. Here's a timer and the chance and the number of limits. So I think this timer is, I'm not sure if this is in minutes or in seconds. Let's go to 0.5, 0.5, and see what that does. 50% chance. It should spawn up something real quick if it's like in seconds. We're gonna hit save over here. We're gonna go back to our map and we're gonna select the ultimate warrior spawn. We're gonna hit save and we're just going to hit play. And down in this corner here, oh look, wow, it is in seconds. So now there's two of those guys coming after me. Let's go attack one. Oh, they're spawning. So the spawning will, not necessarily enemies, will just spawn anything. As you could tell that I don't have no interactivity with these people, with these folks. So if we go back to our combat editor, so this is actually in seconds. So 0.5, that kind of spun up real quick. So this is a, spin up a spawn. And again, it says enemy spawn right here, but it can spawn anything. Any kind of enemy or thing. I mean, it says enemy, but it's not really an enemy. I mean, it's just whatever. Generally, you'll probably use it as an enemy type of an event. Okay, so I believe all the bits and pieces on the combat editor, all the high level stuff you need to know. The loot drops is, we can go ahead and create some items real quick. Let's create a new item. Let's get an item. What kind of item do we want? Let's see if we can just get money. Money. Money, 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 money. Mr. Krabs. Max money. I don't have any images for it right now. That's fine. Do, 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 do. Hit save. Let's go back to our loot drop. Let's hit make a new loot drop. Easy loot. Let's see. So we can add currency. We can add money, 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 money. Oh, we can add a currency. I can tell this is the first time I've looked at this. So I can add just add currency. So I guess we didn't need the money, 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 money. 100% fix, generate loot. Creates one. Let's there's a currency section in the stats editor. So I believe this is what it's basing it on. So this is whatever the base currency that is created. So let's just go ahead and let's make this like 15 or something like that. And generate loot 15. I guess that's a test. So let's hit, well, before we hit, oh yeah, let's hit save. So we're going to go to the red slime and we're going to drag up easy loot. We're just going to go ahead 100% of that. You're going to get money every time you kill a red slime. Hit save. All right, so let's go ahead and hit play. Go here. Surprise, it's the battle. Attack. Boom, got me. Boom, got me again. Boom. Oh, look at the money. I got me some money. I don't have my inventory turned on right now, but it would show in my inventory that I got 15 coins. So yeah, so that's the loot drop. You can customize that to your liking. So yeah, so that's pretty much everything that's available right now on the combat editor. Let's go back to the map editor. Let's go to the chest. Now I have a quick script that kind of starts the battle. You might want to do some to show a dialogue or do these other things. Like for instance, if you're battling a boss, it may not just go right into the boss. It might have like a boss dialogue that shows up first, that gloating that the boss is better than the player. So you would, instead of having the what's in the combat editor right now, where you can't really define anything about this battle, you would have to go into the script to kind of more define what you want to see before that battle happens. And then once the battle happens, you can go ahead and start the battle as is shown right here. Now there's the scripts in the victory and defeat scripts. What we can do, I'm just going to go ahead and create a quick script real quick. This is going to be victory. Call it victory. And of course, in a larger project, you want scripts and whatever the better define. So I'm going to go ahead and say one. Good job. Huzzah. And there's, as with scripts, you can put whatever you want in here. We're going to hit apply save. Let's go to the combat editor. And we're going to go to the victory script on the so this is on the tactical, so we'll have to go hit the random slime that's walking around. Okay, so that's that. So let's go ahead, hit quick play. Click on, oh, no. There's a little delay when I start recording. Easy battle does not exist. Why does easy battle not exist? Why does easy battle not exist? Oh, because I called it easy battle tactical. That's why. That's why. That is something that you do have to be careful of while you're in and about RPG in a box. It is not mindful. If you change a name here, it will not know in other places. You do have to be mindful about that. All right, so that means we have to go to our map. We need to select our guy here, and we're going to select easy battle is it tactical? Yes, tactical. Yes, okay. Quick play. All right, so now we're gonna go with combat. Nope. Gotta wait for the video to catch up. All right. Boom. Boom. All right, and we should have good job. You won. Good job, huzzah. All right, and you can do whatever you want, on those scripts. Alrighty, so I think that's pretty much covers everything. That's in this current version of RPG in the Box, which if we go to about is version 1051. So yeah. All right, well, thanks for sticking around with this little tutorial on the combat editor. We'll see you next time, and remember to always learn, keep learning, and have fun doing it. All right, everyone, take care. Peace out.